You know, and I know, and they know, and we know, we go all in. You know, and I know, and they know, 'cause we know, we go all in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You are now listening to, wait a minute. Welcome to the newest edition of What You've Been Missing. It feels so long. We've missed so much. Y'all, I almost won the Powerball. That's how long it's been. So you are now listening to the All Dressed Up podcast. I'm your boy K Dizzle DC. And my man to my other side, I never get it right, is Hef Streams. Hef, talk to him,
What
man.
up, K Dizzle DC? I missed you, baby. How you been?
We've been good. I've been good. How you been over there, my guy?
Hey, man, loving life, man. Loving life, bro. And look, if you guys are confused, it's not Sunday.
It is
No,
not
it's
Sunday.
not. No, it's not. It's a special edition of What You've Been Missing, like K Dizzle always tells us. We are here live tonight, and definitely come through and join us on YouTube so you can have some fun. We're having a big sports show, man. We got some surprises for you. What up, K?
I know why we're having this sports show. I know exactly why we're doing this sports show. And we're going to talk about it. And it's the only reason why Hef is smiling tonight is because the Washington Condoms actually knocked off the Philadelphia Eagles a few weeks back. We're going to get into it in a minute.
Hey, one thing we're not going to do is be disrespectful.
Hey,
please say their proper name.
I'm not going to say their proper name. I may say it later. But look, what I am going to say is that was a disrespectful Sean Taylor tribute. We're going to get into that too.
Oh, I thought so
brought
too.
That in deep. I brought that in deep. You know, Pat Tillman got a statue, a bronze statue. Sean Taylor got a mannequin, a couple coat hangers. Y'all wrong as hell. But anywho,
be careful, tread lightly, K Dizzle.
Anywho, do you want to do it now? You want to bring it now, or where you want to go?
Hey, man, you know what? We're going to have some fun tonight. We're not going to have our guests wait around because we've been waiting to link up with these guys for about a month now, man. If you haven't heard, if you've been under a rock, there's a podcast that dives deep on sports called Enough Said. And you can definitely check those guys out on YouTube. I mean, they come with it. And we're going to try to match our sports because y'all know the All Dressed Up podcast talks about, sports each and every Sunday. But then we jump in. What's up, Ralph?
Ralph, what it do, my guy?
We jump in, we talk about everything. So we're going to test our sports prowess tonight with the Enough Said podcast. Please check them out, like, share, and subscribe. But welcome to the show, the Enough Said podcast. What up, Andre, Mike, Jermaine, Big Sal? How y'all feeling?
It's a long
fellas. Thanks for having us on.
We all good. That's what I was saying. We all good. Appreciate this. Looking forward to this.
We finally got it together. Let's do
it.
Let's have some fun, bro.
This is the most windows we've ever had.
It looks like Hollywood Squares out this month.
Good answer.
It's the Brady Bunch.
Most definitely.
Here's a story of Eagles fans.
No doubt.
So Marcus, guide us where we need to go, man. Guide us where we need to go.
So look, man, so we're gonna get the show kicked off. If you're not in here, we're gonna give you some time to slide on through. But you know how we do it with the chat. We always like to interact with you guys because we are live. Stick with us tonight. And there goes Ralph. What up, Ralph? What's good, man? If you got anything to chime in with, put the number up, K Dizzle, because we got screens tonight. We might just have enough space for you. Text 301-857-1757 and join the conversation because we're going to talk some shit. We're going to have some fun. The NFC East is interesting, Ralph. And I can attest because Ralph is somebody I know personally, not to put your business out there, but he has a Redskins logo tattooed on his calf. A real Washington Redskins tattoo.
Ralph, we got to talk, man.
I don't know not to put Lionel Richie up there.
Yeah.
So I know I got some sidekicks in the chat, but look, man, have fun tonight. Talk your shit about the Eagles. K Dizzle, kick it off. Let's do a deep dive on the Eagles, the Commanders, and the NFC East.
do we really? We don't want to talk about the Commanders, but I will continue to talk about the Eagles. Right?
Let's do it, baby. Let's do
Number
it.
one
man.
seed, the number one seed in on the NFC side, actually the best record in the division. I'm looking at. Let me pull it up really quick so we can talk about this with all the stats and everything that goes along with this, so everybody can see that we're looking at. Right? Can y'all see that?
Yes.
10-1, right? Everybody know the record, and everybody was talking about, oh well, who's going to beat them? Who's going to beat them? The Commanders got lucky. We beat ourselves that one. I can honestly say that because there was no way you guys were stopping us unless we turned the ball over. And guess what? We turned the ball over more times than that. But it's shaping up to be on NFC side a one-man show. The Vikings aren't a real team. The 49ers are what's their score? 7-4. I still don't believe them, even with Christian McCaffrey, because they couldn't run up the score on New Orleans. That's a telling tale for me. The Bucks, Tom Brady is Tom Brady, but Tom Brady ain't got nobody now. And the Cowboys, I'm not on the Cowboys bandwagon just yet because, look, they beat up a Vikings team that we already said that aren't real 100%. So, look, everybody talking about Aaron Rodgers hurt. If he was healthy, he would have beat us. No, even when he was in there, and we can't talk about it because he's been hurt for the past 4 games, so nobody cares. So we've shown that if we start getting in a groove, we can beat anybody. Even if we let them come close, we can still win the game on the backs of Jalen Hurts and Jalen Hurts. No. Now, if he goes down, I have no clue what we're going to do, what's going to happen to life in itself. So after we got to.
I wouldn't even mention that and put that in the universe.
That's just the facts. We all know all these Eagles fans that are down this little line here are aware that 100%. If Jalen Hurts goes down, we have Gardner Minshew. Okay, it sounds like a German soup coming out of my mouth. Gardner Minshew. Let's be honest. We out. We cashing out. It'll hurt. So
Hurts go down. That's it. This is not the 2017 Nick Foles. You bring in Nick Foles. Gardner Minshew is not Nick Foles. Okay.
No.
I was just talking to Dre earlier before this. We was like, yo, this ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. All right. If Hurts go down, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, just like you said, Dizzle and Minshew with some cornbread soup. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
Let me tell you, he takes a couple rib shots like he took. He's gonna go down. Eagles gotta be careful with Hurts because
guys, look,
4th and 1. His head was like 90 degrees sideways. His neck looked like it was ugly, man.
Well, that mouthpiece, I was telling Dre earlier, I said that mouthpiece, man, it's like, yo, your ribs, it's not close to that mouthpiece. How did your mouthpiece get wiped out on the floor like that? I'm like, yo, what is going, that was a hit. That was a hit. Yeah. And just like Aaron Rodgers, it could have happened. If it happened to Aaron Rodgers, it can happen to Jalen Hurts. Look, I don't like this. Right. Bottom line is, I don't like these 17, 20 rushes a game and whatnot when you got a 3-headed monster on the back of that field. Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell. Give those boys the rock. You don't lead. Look, Jalen Hurts don't need to be running the ball 17 times. I say at least no more than 5 to 7 times. That's it. Not these design plays, man. He's about to get killed.
But I think he's making the choice more so than they're making the choice. Because of what he sees on the field. And if that's the case, then we would all prefer that he slide more, but he ain't that guy. So I mean, he ain't that. I seen him slide once and then somebody hit him in the back.
Look, you brought up a good point, Dizzle. He's on the field, he's trying to see, well, guess what? No Dallas Goedert. He's gonna run. You see what I'm saying? Like, 100%. Dallas Goedert is a big loss.
Valve.
Safety valve. He took his 17 carries for 152 yards. I mean, man.
Yeah, that's the way. Yeah, I mean, Dallas Goedert was a huge loss. All right, so I don't know where we're actually supposed to get him back.
Look, Hef is stewing over there. So let's let Hef talk about this Commanders.
No, you don't even have to jump to me, man, because I tell you, once I get going about these Commanders, you guys are not going to want to hear me anymore. So let's go to Mike. Mike, what you got? What you got, Mike?
Well, I just want to understand how you felt that game was lost by the Eagles. Because from what I saw, I mean, I thought the Eagles thoroughly got whipped. there was over 40 minutes the time of possession that Washington had. It was eight converted first downs or more. I mean, that was a beatdown. Maybe the score didn't reflect it, but that was thoroughly,
Mike is speaking facts right now,
Oh, my
ladies and
God.
gentlemen. Mike is
Mike.
speaking
Yeah,
facts.
that wasn't
49ers.
just mistakes.
Hey,
guys,
That wasn't
that's a
mistake. That
49ers
wasn't all
fan back
mistakes,
there.
man. That was,
Yeah.
that was
Mike.
ball control. They were running the ball. The Eagles weren't tackling. That was.
Hey,
Mike,
That was a
don't give
beatdown.
away the secret yet.
I don't
because
think Mike watched the game. Look, Mike,
I watched
I don't
the
think
game.
you watched the game.
I
Hold
got
on.
the text
So-
messages I sent to the
so-
guys the whole time.
Exactly.
telling
You
them,
didn't
don't
watch-
worry.
you didn't watch
Don't
the
worry.
game.
And then next thing you know, they were all worried.
First of all, every drive that they fumbled the ball, they were on a scoring drive that was consistent getting down the field. The Quez Watkins pass was like within the 20-yard line. He grabs the ball out the air, gets up, and then fumbles the ball right when we're going to tie it up. The next one was the Dallas Goedert one, face mask, ripped to the side, fumbles the ball, doesn't get called. The one before that, I think, was somebody else fumbling the ball as well.
What's this, man?
The AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
The AJ Brown.
Look, man. Look, man. You're talking. You're talking like.
I'm just
See,
keeping it 100.
I can't sit back and listen to shit
Go
like
ahead.
this because you're talking like you guys, like we were supposed to be in the game. I would accept you to have the soliloquy of all these fuck ups if we were supposed to be in the game. We weren't even supposed to be in the game with you guys, but we're here now. So you know what?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
we're here.
man.
Congratulations.
I got
Congratulations on
Yeah.
your win.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you for
You know what I
congratulating
mean?
me.
Well,
Thank you.
congratulations. All right. I
We deserve a congratulations.
I like what Dizzle said about you being the Washington Condoms, but I got a better name for you, and my team knows what's going on. Instead of the Condoms, I got you guys as the Commodores, the Washington Commodores. All right?
All right.
That's the way I see
Can
it.
I
Okay.
respond to that?
But,
Can I
yeah,
respond
but
to that?
congratulations.
All night
Congratulations.
long.
Let me
You're still
respond
looking
to
up
that.
at us. You're still
Let
looking
me,
up at
let me
us.
respond to that. When you start doing things that people don't expect, when you start overachieving like the Commanders are doing, that's when you start hearing imaginative names and new team names and shit.
I've been saying
Like,
this
hold
since week
on.
two.
Like, we got to start talking facts. Let me interject some facts real quick before we start talking about condoms and Commodores. So the facts are this: Commanders beat the Bears 12-7. The Commanders beat the Packers 23-21. The Commanders beat the Colts 17-16. The Commanders go ahead and take a slight loss against the Vikings 20-17, of which they gave the game away. If you didn't watch the game, you better go back and watch the game.
I saw the game.
Then the Commanders come through and smack y'all up 32-21, beat the Texans 23-10, beat the Falcons 19-13. We get the Giants, then we get a bye, we get the Giants again. Nobody wants to play the Commanders right now. And then I'm going to shut the hell up. I don't care what you guys say. If any team right now lines up, I watched the offensive line play against Atlanta, right? They were firing off the fucking ball. They wanted to run the ball. The coach, what's his name? Scott Turner, North Turner's son, finally realized he can't be pretty. Hand the ball off. Brian Robinson is an animal. And you guys have a problem. You guys have a problem. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
think, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Did
No,
you
you good.
almost lose that Atlanta game?
What does that mean? What does everybody almost loses? We didn't
Okay.
lose. And see, this is the thing that I'm going to say.
An L's an L, buddy.
Usually the commander, hold on. Usually the Commanders lose those types of games.
Mhm.
But when I saw the fortitude that defense put out there, and honestly, look, in the past years, they could have easily gave up that touchdown. We could have all went home. I'd have been sitting here shutting the fuck up, letting y'all run amok with the Eagles. But unfortunately, I get to play tonight.
That's the guy that says soliloquy and fortitude. First of all,
Go ahead, Sal.
In the
Go ahead,
same
man.
sentence.
Let's go, Sal.
but I will say this: anybody who's got a quarterback named after a beer, let's just start with that first of all. This guy is playing out of his mind. It's not going to continue. Okay. Yes, he got lucky the last couple games. It's not going to continue. Okay. It's not Nick Foles. And I want to go back to Mike and the 49ers for a second. I think he's just jealous because, he wants Jalen Hurts to end up like Trey Lance, so he's not, so they're not a threat to the Niners. I think that's what it is, really.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I already said the Niners will beat the Eagles in the playoffs.
Oh my God!
Man,
So hold on.
Oh, those are
Already-
strong words.
Yeah, I
Mike.
know.
Those
Yeah,
are strong
for
words.
the last couple of weeks,
Blasphemy.
that's the team. That's the team that'll do it because that's the team that's
What
built
makes
for
you
that.
think that? What makes you think they'll win in the playoffs against the Eagles?
Because they're built for that. They can do an ugly game just kind of like the Redskins did, dominate and run the ball, pound the ball, tackle, play good defense,
Hold on.
especially on that defense.
Wait,
I
hold on.
they're gonna put up a bunch of points, but
Hold on, Jay.
Hold on, Mike. Hold on. Pound the ball with who? All right, because you're relying 100% on Christian McCaffrey.
we got
pound the
McCaffrey.
Okay.
Mitchell's back on the IR.
We'll get
again,
Mitchell.
Jay.
We'll get
I
him
was
back for
gonna
the
say that.
playoffs.
Mitchell's
Hey,
And then we got
he visits
and
the
then
IR
we
like
got a
fucking
zone-
Aruba.
And listen, we got a zone run
Twice a
team
year.
that you can put anybody in there. They'll run the ball.
They'll run the.
This team is built for the playoffs. You saw it last year, Jermaine.
I
were
know,
talking about it.
but this is this
How
year.
did
We're not talking about
How did
last year,
San
Mike.
Francisco
We're talking
win?
about this
How
year.
did they win? They just found a way
Yeah,
to do
they
it.
scrap.
You
They
know it?
scrap. But we're talking about
Yeah.
this year. We're talking
they
about
scrap.
this year.
They
Okay.
still scrap, and
All
that's
right.
what the Eagles
Well,
don't do well with. The teams that scrap.
Hold on,
That's what it is.
hold on, Mike. Let me reel you back in, Mike. Okay, hey, I'm gonna tell you, you were crying yesterday Sunday, crying over 13 points. That's all we can score. You averaged 22.6.
My man Dre
22.6.
coming through with the facts.
I mean, you telling me? I get it. You like we got to score more than 13 next time. Well, okay, that's true, but we putting up over 30 points averaging. You only doing 22.6. So I don't see where you see the correlation that y'all can beat us if y'all make it to the playoffs.
Because you won't score 30 points.
I don't see it. I don't see
It
it.
won't happen. I'm telling you, it won't happen.
Andre said, "Bring the facts. Bring the facts."
So let me square this up real quick because we already know we heated over here. So let me bring it in real quick. Let's ask a real question on the NFL side. So who do we have on the AFC side that's going to the bowl? Who do you truly have? Because I
Kansas City.
K Dizzle, please, K, before you do that, please. Just because we don't have anybody right now representing, before you do that, where did the Cowboys finish? We can't leave the NFC East. We have to talk about the boys, please, K Dizzle.
The Cowboys. You want me to give my?
Yes, please. Just go around real quick on what y'all think.
All right.
We can't not talk about the Cowboys and be a real show.
I really don't want to talk. Nobody wants to talk.
Nobody want to talk about those stars.
Really,
Let's-
because you know
I
what?
don't-
Just like what happened last year. What happened last year is going to happen this year. All right?
Exactly.
They're going to fold up like a wet piece of paper towel. Then they're going to start pointing fingers. Jerry Jones looked like he's about to have a stroke. He's going to have a stroke if they don't go deep in the playoffs this year. Bottom line,
Mike McCarthy's going to have a heart attack.
we don't need to figure out what Dallas is going to do.
Does everybody
They're
agree
gonna
with
get
that?
in the
I do. Does
What's
everybody agree with that? I agree.
Yeah.
What?
They're going to
I'm
fold.
there.
They're going to fold. They're going to
They're
fold.
They're
in
gonna
the
fold.
playoffs.
Oh yeah,
If we're all in agreement, we can move on, K Dizzle.
yeah.
We can all agree.
Dallas
I
will
just
do what they
wanna-
always
Fuck
do.
'em.
That's what
Fuck
we
them,
always
man.
say.
We can move on.
Damn,
K
y'all
Dizzle.
strong
They
as
do what they
hell.
always do.
You bring them up and then kick them right the hell out.
Just like America's
Go.
team. Just like
That's what-
America's team.
That's what they
Hold
do.
on. Let's be honest though, okay? Because let's look at their schedule. We got to be honest.
Oh, I looked
okay?
at it.
They got the Colts, the Texans, the Jags, Eagles, Titans, and the Commanders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Tough
them going,
last
what?
street. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, is that 7 games? I got them going 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
I got them going. Oof, that's
Look,
6 games. They're
look,
8-3.
They can win. Hey, they can win 12. They can win the rest of these games
don't-
this season.
And it
I'm
doesn't
just saying,
matter.
I don't
I'm
trust
just saying, it really doesn't matter because they get in the playoffs and they don't know how to act.
They're gonna
Bottom
fold like
line.
a cheap paper plate.
I feel like we're all.
What
I
piece of
feel
paper
like
towel?
I feel like we need a Cowboys representative, but I don't really care. We can shit on the Cowboys. It's all
Do
good.
we have a Cowboys representative
Yeah,
before
do
we
we?
shift? Because we probably may never talk about them again.
Ever
So if you
again.
out there,
Ever again.
if you out there, if you out there, just,
Here's
you
one more
know,
team I want to talk about real quick, especially
that?
NFC East guys, and that's the Giants. And are they for real or are they not for real?
Absolutely
Because both
not.
of y'all, I think, got to play them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely
totally
not.
agree.
I'll cut my mic
question.
off after that and let y'all
Come on,
talk.
I mean, name the other wide receiver besides Darius Slayton. Name another receiver. And you're going to depend on Danny Dimes to get you into the playoffs and whatnot? Stop. Come on. No,
Well, let me ask you this, guys. Like, if any of those teams get Odell Beckham, does that change your opinion?
Absolutely
No.
not.
No.
And you'd be dumb. You'd be dumb to sign him for stupid money with 5 or 6 weeks left to go.
He's playing the game. He knows what he's doing. He
gets veteran minimum, if anything. And I wouldn't do it.
It was the 2015 Madden version, yeah.
So, Sal, what were you about to say before we move on, Sal?
No, I was going to talk about Odell because there's 3 teams now that he could go to, right? He's scheduled to visit with the Bills, the Cowboys, and the Giants.
I didn't even know about the Bills.
The Bills. He's scheduled to go to the Bills.
That's where he should go.
That's where he was going when he got kicked off the plane?
Yeah.
He don't know where he was going. Apparently, he was fried at that jump.
I don't know what he was on.
He probably had an edible. That's what he probably did.
I
heard the edibles on a plane, that's not a good combination, man.
Getting him that altitude.
I just don't think he's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but we're really deep in the game. And even if you bring him in, he's going to be a slot somewhere. And even if he's a slot somewhere, they're going to find ways to just keep him out of the game. I'm just, he can be another target that people got to look out for, but I don't think he's going to make a huge impact. Now, if he goes to somebody who don't have a receiver, which is nobody on that list, I don't believe so. It's a situation just like we have in Philly, where we have, Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. One comes open, the other one's going to come open. But he's a pro. He's going to learn it quick.
But in an offense like Buffalo, in an offense like Buffalo, Odell Beckham can run fucking crossing routes 5 and ends all day, and just because they're so deep. Go ahead, Jermaine.
All right, but wait a minute. I mean, all right, he's not even a year off. What kind of major knee surgery? This is a major knee surgery. So he usually those type of knees. I mean, usually those type of surgery usually takes about a year or a little bit more. So he's not gonna wherever he goes, he's not gonna do anything because it hasn't been a year yet, and he hasn't tested it out in the real game time. This is game time play.
And he's high probability he might get hurt again if he tries to stretch hard. So he's not going to be a real factor. He'll play maybe if whoever he goes, he'll pay maybe 10 snaps because they don't want to pay that money and have him sit for the rest of the season. Yeah, because he's coming off such a serious injury.
Yeah. And anywhere he goes, he'll probably get an incentivized contract. They got to win a Super Bowl for him to get like 500, 600 grand and all that good shit. But go ahead and take that move to the AFC, K Dizzle.
Sorry, guys, my dogs is going off. Go ahead, Mom.
It's all good. He's having fun, man. We love dogs. The All Dressed Up podcast loves dogs.
All right, hold on. Hey, shut up.
And his dog name is Philly.
Hey, look, only in the black house with the dog obeying.
That's funny, Jermaine. Philly and Titan. Oh my.
So in all honesty, right? I know we're heavy on the NFC. Who do we have in the AFC? That's actually,
Is this your first question for the pros of the panel? And then we're gonna go around.
Yeah, pros of the panel. Yep. Okay. Who in the AFC do we have going to the bowl? In the top 5 right now is the Chiefs, the Dolphins, Titans, Ravens, and the Bills.
Oh, that's easy for me.
Okay. So we'll start off with the lone 49er in here, Mike. What say you, my guy?
Unfortunately, I gotta go with Kansas City right now. I early in the season I had picked Denver before I saw what Denver became. I really thought Russell Wilson was going to do something, but that didn't work out.
Well, let's ride.
Yeah, Kansas City. I know I'm going to get somebody fired up by saying this, but to me, Mahomes still is the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, go ahead, Mike.
God, really, Mike?
Hold on. Let me move Mike.
He's an MVP.
Let's move Mike over here.
Yeah, slide him over there. I'm sorry, slide him over there.
I'm sorry. I've seen that dude when he plays. He brings his game, man. I'm sorry. Until I see them get beat, I'm picking them.
Just like last year, got beat. All right. So, go ahead.
Dre, what you say, Dre? What you say?
Yeah, I mean, on paper right now it looks like Kansas City, but I got a sleeper, man. I'm liking the Jets. I'm liking the Jets.
Oh God, man, that ain't a sleeper, man. That's
Mike
a
White.
consciousness.
Listen, the Jets are hot, man.
With that long shot.
I mean, listen, the Jets, man, they doing it. I mean, they are, and they got the right quarterback now. You know,
Hey, Dre. He said the Super Bowl, not the playoffs. The Super Bowl.
No, I'm
okay.
Hey,
all right. I just wanted to make that clear.
What about LA? Okay, hold on. Back up. To credit what you about to say, was LA Rams supposed to be there last year? No.
All right, well, back up your
right?
pick. Back up your pick. What are the Jets going to do? Because I got to hear that shit.
I'm telling you, man, the Jets.
That's the solid sauce right
there. I've been watching them since they had a great draft, and what they've been doing, they've been actually doing pretty well. Yeah, first, you know, Zach Wilson and all that, but now they got White. And I'm telling you, man, you got to look for the Jets. I'm telling you.
Mike White, huh?
So I will say
they can get hot at the right time. Just like
was
Cincinnati
right about the Bengals last year. So
right, the Bengals last year.
He called the Bengals. No one else did.
Yep.
Hey, is it my turn?
Yeah, you want to
go ahead.
Thank you. All right, we're talking about the AFC. Patrick Mahomes is leading in every stat. I ain't got to go through it. If you like him or you don't, I'm not a personal fan of Patrick Mahomes, but at this point, I can't deny his superstardom. I don't see anybody beating the Chiefs. I mean, when you look at their offense and you look at Andy Reid and the continuity that they have, you would have to really sit down and explain it to me like I'm 2 years old how the Jets could win that game in the playoffs. I just don't see it. It's just not possible. And then I look around the AFC, you have a lot of teams that look shaky and alike. You got Buffalo, who I can't tell you which Josh Allen you're going to get. Mm-hmm. You know, he's starting to play very erratic. He's turning the ball over. The defense lost Von Miller. He's supposed to be coming back week 14. Then you got the Bengals. Again, another team. Flip a coin. You might get the real Bengals. You might not.
Depends on who's hurt.
The Chargers are awful. I don't believe in the Chargers at all. And then I won't be long-winded here, but I'm just saying, like, I don't see any other team in the AFC. The Ravens. I mean, who are the Ravens going to beat in the playoffs?
Ouch. Beat themselves. That's what they've been doing.
They can't finish. I've been saying that all season. The Ravens can't finish, and so I don't even see them nowhere.
So go ahead and keep it going, man. But I just think it's going to be a wrap with the Chiefs.
Sal, who you got, my guy?
I'll say this: I have two teams. I'll say I have Kansas City, but here's the problem with Kansas City. I've sat in Philadelphia and watched Andy Reid for years and years find a way to always lose. And he will continue to do that. I've said podcast. I predicted that Andy Reid will get fired by the end of the year.
Now you're hating, Sal. Now you're hating.
Wow.
I sent some hate on that, Sal.
Sal is clear the Andy Reid legacy right now. After everything he's done for Philadelphia.
Why would they fire Andy Reid now?
Good
God. He can't get over the hump. That's why Philly fired him.
Get over it. And you know what? I kind of agree with Sal just a little bit because look, I can't get with Andy. I mean, all the times that he let us down in Philly and stuff. I mean, yes, he's got one Super Bowl. Okay.
Did Andy let you down, Jermaine, or did Donovan McNabb let you down?
They both let me down. All right, so it's pretty much equal. All right, it's pretty much equal. Yeah. But you know what? It starts with the head coach. I got to do a better job. Come on, man. I mean, now all of a sudden you think that this man has arrived. Yes, he has one Super Bowl. From what I was hearing from all these other people, Kansas City's going to get multiple Super Bowls and whatnot. What's been happening in the last couple years? What's been happening? Nothing.
Everybody's
been what I mean?
Better.
Dominance. You know, it's about this time. Who's going to hit that peak? Who's going to hit that peak? And so it's around this time, or maybe another game or two. Who's going to hit that peak and going to ride it out?
But was that Bengals game a fluke last year?
No, it wasn't a fluke.
No,
that was Andy. No, that was Patrick.
No.
Yeah, if you think about it, that was Patrick.
That was Patrick.
That was Patrick Mahomes. At the end of the second half, he's talking about, don't bring the field goal team up. So you lost points and you couldn't get down. So now you done gave the Bengals.
Good point.
You know, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Good point.
So Sal, who's your second team? You started a riot.
He did, right?
Started a straight riot.
Hey, it's always good starting shit. I like, believe it or not, and I know we just talked about this a second ago, but they're getting healthy and they're going to get better. The Chargers. I'm sorry, they're going to come around.
Ooh.
Chargers, and I was going to tell you that, man.
Check the odds. Check the odds. Check the odds in Vegas
Yeah,
right now.
They're getting healthy. They're getting healthy. They're peaking at the right time.
remember the hottest
Getting
team.
hot at the right time. They got a
Exactly.
great quarterback.
All right.
They got a great receiver in Keenan Allen.
Yep.
Sounds making my chest hurt. Man.
All
I
right.
can't do this, man.
All right, Jermaine.
All right,
Jermaine,
listen.
who you got?
All right, listen. I got one stat, and on our podcast, Sal's the man that always gives up these stats.
Oh, shit.
Okay, all the time that Patrick Mahomes has been in the playoffs, where has he been? At home or away?
He's been
He
at
has
home.
not won a playoff game away. Okay, Buffalo has beaten Kansas City, so they got the head-to-head matchup. Okay, so guess what? I am riding with the Bills. Yes, the Bills are getting sloppy, and I think they're going to fix it. They're going to fix it. Okay, they'll get it cleaned up by the end of the season. I believe that Kansas City's going to go to Buffalo, and that whatever crazy weather they had, you saw the 7 feet, 8 feet snow that they actually had, or whatever. I got Kansas City going to Buffalo, and I think Buffalo is going to break this curse and move on to the Super Bowl.
Okay. All right. So let me just move myself down here right now because I know what's going to happen when I say this to you, right?
Oh.
Okay. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good.
I ain't want to leave you lonely, then. But the Miami Dolphins are firing on all cylinders,
Mhm.
and they are playing, and they're winning handily and very easily. It's effortless. If you've seen their games, they're beating teams effortlessly. And if you see their games where they're competitive and they've lost, they played up to the point where they could have won that game. The couple of games that they did lose, they didn't have Tua wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
The guy's like 5 or 6-1 when he starts, bro.
Yeah.
So they've got a lot of weapons on all sides. We forget Xavier Rhodes is down there. We forget about all the defensive moves that they made a couple years prior. We only talk about Kareem Hunt. Tyreek Hill. We only talk about Jalen Waddle, but the defense is fairly stout.
All right, so double down. What do you think they're going to do this week against the 49ers?
The 49ers, I think the 49ers will get beat by at least 10 points. At least 10 points.
That's strong,
The
Kate.
reason why I say that
What
is
is the
because
spread?
They're in San Fran, first off.
they're
what's the
in
spread?
San Fran.
Yeah.
What is the
on
spread?
that?
Somebody-
San Fran's
spread.
favored
I don't
by 2. Last I heard.
Oh my!
That's
That was
not even.
honest-
Yeah,
I was surprised.
That's low.
You
Do
know,
do you have the FanDuel app on your phone?
Here's the facts. And nobody will disagree with me. Even Mike. You know, when Jimmy G gets pressured, he folds like a lawn chair. Okay?
You gotta say it, but
70-degree weather, he folds like a lawn chair, and that is your Achilles heel. So no matter what that defense can do,
Bless his heart.
even if it plays even if they play, once they start being on the field too much, which we know Miami can move the ball because they got options. Once they're on the field too much, what happens? Defense wears down and they get more opportunities. They get better field position. They're going to win by more than 10 points.
Anybody
gonna
find
win by more
out
than 10
what
points.
the
Because-
spread is to? The spread is 2, Mike.
I heard the spread was 2. The favors,
Okay.
the Niners were favored by 2 last I heard, which
I'll
I was
tell you
surprised
what it
because
is.
honestly, this is the one game I'm worried about. But
Look,
I gotta
look,
see it. I mean, this is a challenge. I
gotta
mean,
see
this is what San Francisco's got to step up.
That's what they got.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
know,
You
that
said it,
defense has got to step up. This is a test.
You
You're
said
right.
it last week. You said last week. How do you score only 13 points on the New Orleans Saints? How?
Yeah.
And you were at home.
Mm.
So I'm not a believer in the 49ers. Everybody's saying the 49ers.
So the
49ers.
spread is 3.5.
It's
Okay,
3.5.
that's
so I will say,
But
I
the
will
Niners
say,
are favorite to win by 3.
I will say,
'cause they're
that-
at home.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm taking the money line all day in that game for the Dolphins.
I will say that, like Mike said, it's a true test because right now the defense is all they have. The last 4
That's good.
games, they have shut out every opponent in the second half, 0. Can they do that to Miami? We'll see. But that's
Who was
gonna
the
be,
last 4 opponents? Hold on. Who were the last 4 opponents? Who
yeah,
were their last-
they were soft.
For the Dolphins?
Yeah,
No,
the
for the 49ers.
Let me
They,
see.
Who were their last 4
they,
opponents?
they were soft. I got
Rams,
it.
Chargers, Cardinals.
Rams are trash.
Yeah, Rams. Yeah, we all knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chargers so they beat the Cardinals. They're terrible. They beat the Chargers. They're terrible. They beat the Rams. They're terrible. I can't say the Chargers are terrible. I'm being harsh.
No.
I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and be ignorant. But they're not gonna win shit in the playoffs, though.
I'm feeling the love on that, Hev. I knew you'd like the Chargers with me. Come on, man.
Deep down inside.
Ralph said Jimmy G is going to fold, so we'll see. You know, I think it's going to be a closer game. Honestly, this is the game I thought San Francisco has a strong chance of losing because, Miami is firing all cylinders. They don't have the run game. You know, what's his name? Jeff Wilson is a little banged up, and Mostert is out altogether. So if it comes down to it where Miami's got to run the ball, they're gonna struggle with that. But yeah, the pass game with Hill and Waddle, I mean, they're gonna have to pressure Tua. They got to do the same thing to Jimmy G. You know that they're gonna try to do Jimmy G with pressure. You know, do the same thing to Tua. They got to pressure them, see they make mistakes.
Oh,
you know,
don't forget about
any
that
quarterback. You know, I mean, every quarterback you pressure them. You know, things happen. You know,
Don't
even
forget
Tom
that
Brady when
running-
he gets pressure, he makes mistakes. So
Don't forget that running game, Mike. I mean, Jeff Wilson's coming back to San Fran. I mean, he's
Good
gonna
point.
have something to prove right there, bro. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but
it's
he's
not going to be
bang
all
up.
on Tua. You know, like
but-
that's his slinging, and stuff. I
Right.
mean, yeah, Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson
I don't
got
know if
hurt
Mostert's
last
gonna be
game.
playing. Oh, he
It
did.
is.
get hurt.
Monster's out. Wilson
Yeah,
got
Monster's
hurt,
out?
but he's
Okay.
gonna play.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Man.
All right. So yeah.
Wilson got a chip on the shoulder too. Woo.
But KD,
They
you know,
shouldn't. I mean, they gave him opportunity. I mean, they sent him to Miami. I mean, They sent him to Houston. They sent him to Miami. They sent him to a team that, does look like they should make it to
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
They
Yeah.
beat- look,
Very true, Mike.
Miami didn't Miami beat the Bills without Tua?
Did they?
I thought
Did they beat the Bills without Tua? Was Tua in that game? I got to look back.
It was
I don't
20.
think
It was 21-19, and they had
Bills pulled it out.
No, the Bills.
nah.
didn't
The
win that game.
Dolphins won that game.
Oh, they
Dolphins
did win
won
it.
that game.
Okay,
They were
all right.
3-0, and they had Tua 13 of 18, 186
Okay.
with a touchdown.
Oh, okay.
So with
Yeah,
that being
Dolphins-
said, go ahead.
No, I'm saying the Dolphins lost to the Jets, right? That was the team that
They didn't have
upset
Tua. They didn't have
Yeah.
Tua that week.
them. True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game,
Yeah.
that game doesn't count, in my opinion. So who's throwing out the next topic?
KD,
Well-
real fast, man. I do agree with you with Miami, man. Yeah, they fired on all cylinders, so that's definitely a sleeper team that that we looked at, like just like the Bengals were. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Flying underneath the radar, but you still have that potent offense. Cincinnati had that potent offense.
Hey,
in the
Jermaine,
playoffs
who are
and
you?
stuff,
Who are you referring to as a sleeper team?
sleeper? In
You
what?
said-
In both NFC and
Nah,
AFC?
with what you just said. Who were you saying? Who were you saying is a sleeper team?
I'm saying what KD
said
said.
Miami.
You said Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
They scored over 30 points in the last 4 games.
I don't think people are like lining up thinking they're a sleeper team though.
You don't think so?
I think that offense is scary, Jermaine. I'm being honest with you.
Offense is scary.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If the Commanders signed up with him, I don't know. I don't know, bro. That
Man, you got
offense is
confidence, man.
dangerous.
I mean, that's
Got
Dre stupid as
Out of
shit.
all teams, man, you going to say that Washington?
Yes, I just said you
All
got
right. Any other?
confidence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Any other team, you say Washington.
All right, so who's throwing out the next topic? I just got to mess with y'all. I told y'all I'm playing tonight. I told y'all I'm playing tonight.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
I had no idea. Hey, listen. I had no idea I'd be in the position to be able to talk Commanders football this late in the
Yeah, can
year.
you
So,
explain to me, just like what KD said earlier, can you explain to me why did they give a mannequin as far as representing Sean Taylor?
That's
Can
what I was
you
Yeah.
explain to me, man?
Yeah.
Explain that to me, bro.
So let me
Come
tell
on,
you.
man.
Let me answer
Okay.
that question.
All
So
right.
so
Come on.
I saw his daughter really being the face of his campaign, and it really touched my heart because I was a big Sean Taylor fan, and I support everything his daughter's doing in her father's name. Right, like that's beautiful to me.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna support the campaign, the Legacy Foundation. I'm gonna buy some merch because he was my favorite defensive player that I grew up watching for my team. And my girl, who really is in the is in the sports, she said to me last night, she said, "Babe, did you see the the memoriam that they did for Sean Taylor?" And I said, "Babe, I saw kind of a mannequin, but I really didn't want to click on it because I was going to be honest with you guys. I saw where it was going. It didn't look like it was going to be good. And like I saw like some type of wire figure, and she said, "Babe, it was a wire mannequin with a jersey with Adidas pants and a Nike jersey and Reebok shoes." And when I heard it, I said, "Babe, please don't even tell me the rest," because that man really brought something to the city, to the community.
Oh, no doubt.
And honestly, man, like I still wear his jersey, and not because I want to be disrespectful to the name change, but I rep Sean Taylor. Not to sound corny, but like he was a great player in my opinion. And I just hope that, you know, his daughter keeps doing a great job in all the work that she's doing. I wish her the best and his family the best. And you know, we can all sit here and say that mannequin was pretty poorly put together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely agreed.
So why does the team keep having issues honoring the man? I mean, it went from the retirement jersey where they told everyone like 2 days before that they were going to retire his jersey, and they had some sham production for that, and then now they do this, and that this was
Mike, honestly, Mike, what does that franchise do right, man? Like seriously, like I'm still sitting here supporting. I'm supporting like Chocolate City and the vibe we used to have back when we used to win. Look at that shit, man. Like I'm not trying to even commentate on this right here.
Man. They rushed. Yeah, man. That is. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Bro, yeah, that's not good. It's not good, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the man right there.
And you owe him way more than that, and you owe the fans way more than that, in my opinion. And that's why I'm going to be right behind everybody else voting for Dan Snyder's removal.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You have to. At this point, you have to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, this right here just takes the cake.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that, I was like, "Are you kidding me? You know, are you kidding me?"
But you know, they changed the name. They rock the Commanders moniker now because they want to change their karma. You know, and honestly, I don't really root for the business behind the franchise. I root for the people who I know really love the, you know, team, and like their winning and their success affects their everyday lives. Like I know some people who love the Washington Redskins franchise, man. And like this town was a huge football city, and it's a disgrace to see where it is. And I can't be mad at people joining the purple over there, rooting for Baltimore and stuff like that. But, you know, all I can say is we're going to hope for some turnaround. And I'm going to keep on, you know, rooting for Sean Taylor's daughter with that whole project.
Yeah.
For the past 12 to 15 years, the Washington Redskins / Commanders have been the most profitable franchise in the NFL.
And the stadium's a dump, Kate.
The state, I know the stadium's a dump. I worked there doing community service hours in high school. So I know even when it first came out, it was still decent, but it went to the trash after that. But it just goes to show the level of no fucks given. That's the best way I can say it. To the fan base.
Yeah.
And to what these what the stars mean to them. Like I said, you know, everybody's showing Pat Tillman's bronze statue. Everybody, look, you know, we got Philly, the Philly bronze statue on the Super Bowl. Yeah. You know, this guy meant a lot to the city, and for you to spend that little money, I don't know who thought that was okay to reveal. Who okayed that? Who authorized it?
Exactly.
After reviewing it and saying this was going to be okay. You know, this was going to be sufficient. You know, this is the cheapest route to go. There is no way for you to explain this away. You know, you shouldn't have done nothing less than a bronze statue. You know, we like the Eagles. We are 100% Eagles fans, and
Mike likes the 49ers.
Yeah, Mike likes 49ers. We're about 95%. You know.
Yeah, shame on.
And I'm not kidding.
We love him in spite of him. Same way I love him.
So who's throwing the next topic out?
I want to talk about the Sean Watson and the towel.
Let's go, Sal. Go ahead, Sal.
I mean, come on. You got Jacoby Brissett. They're going to have buyer's remorse if they put in there and all of a sudden the towel folds and it falls off. And then now.
Oh, shit, man.
Come on. Is this guy going to bring the Browns to the promised land or what?
How?
Hey, how do you guys feel about Deshaun Watson? Even before all this nonsense happened. and all that stuff. How do you feel about Deshaun? Because we had a discussion on our podcast, and I don't know if they all agree with me. You know, my crew, our crew, agreed with me. But I feel as though Deshaun Watson is a mediocre quarterback. What do you guys think?
Ooh, absolutely not.
Ooh.
Absolutely not. Deshaun Watson, before he was suspended or whatever the hell happened, he was the best QB in the league. He was playing lights out with a terrible football team.
So let's talk about that.
He made Will Fuller look like an elite wide receiver. And where's Will Fuller now?
He doesn't. Let's talk about his stats. So in 2020,
what is his career record?
In 2020, he finished. This is before the suspension. He finished with a 70% completion percentage, 4,800 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and a 112.4 QBR.
Jesus.
In 2019, he had 26 touchdowns. In 2018, he had 26 touchdowns. 2 of those 3 years, he had. Well, basically, 3 of his 4 years, he had quarterback ratings over 100.
He was lights out with a terrible squad to help.
So are we allowing this massage fiasco to cloud our memory on how good he really is?
Absolutely, because we haven't seen him in it feels like 2 years now. We haven't seen this man in 2 years. I'm telling you right now, it's the same way if Colin Kaepernick were to get a position, which he should, because he's better than 80% of the QBs that are playing right now. If he were to come back to the league, he's going to light it up.
Let me ask you a question. Is he going to have a better comeback than Vic did after the dog scandal?
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
You see the preseason, and I know that's the preseason, but you see how he played in
Michael
the
Vick was
preseason.
an animal.
Yeah.
That's a good question, though. I mean, the guy's been gone for the same amount of time that Vic's been gone. Can he come back and take over like y'all are saying he can?
With the Browns, though?
No. I was just going to say, who did the
right.
Amari Cooper,
David
Njoku, and they have a good running game.
They got a good running game.
And they got Chubbs and what's the name? Yeah, they got the dual-headed monster.
I think he can make an honest run. Will they get far? Because I don't know if they have the defense to cover it. They don't. They do not have the defense to cover it.
They got Myles Garrett.
He can will at it team into some wins. They got Myles Garrett. Who else you naming off the Browns?
Yeah, Cooper.
I mean, Brissett.
He's a QB that's sitting. Who's a defense other than Myles Garrett? Who you naming off the Browns defense?
Yeah, but y'all know Brissett. Yeah, good call. But y'all know Brissett's just an overachieving game manager.
Yeah.
You know, Brissett's one of those guys you love to root for, but like he's going to be exactly what you see. He'll be good for a block on a reverse and a couple of broken plays and shit. So, So Sal, are you finishing up your topic, or what else we got?
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I don't know if he's going to bring the Browns to the promised land. I still think they got some missing pieces. Ralph says Nick Chubb, Cooper. I think Cooper's on his way out. I think the Cowboys got rid of him at the right time. I think he's definitely on the end of his career. He's not bad. I'm not saying he's a bad receiver, but he's definitely not what he was.
Sal, you're a straight shooter. I like your style.
So is he worth it? All right. So let me ask you. Is he worth $250 million?
No.
Deshaun Watson?
Absolutely not.
You got to think about
y'all. You and KD.
I'm going to answer. I'm going to answer your
he's
question.
Worth 200.
Think about the franchise that signed him at that amount. For the Cleveland Browns, that's the best quarterback you're going to be able to get. And unfortunately, you have to get him off of this, bad image. But 1 year, that shit's going to be all disappeared in people's memory. All it takes is for this guy to come out, finish this year strong, and going into 2023, it's going to be wide open for him. I think Cleveland made a good decision. What other quarterbacks could they have gotten at that time, at that level?
Well, I was just going to say, what are you going to pay Jalen Hurts if Deshaun Watson's getting $252 million?
All the wood.
What are the Eagles?
They're talking right now.
But you know what? You know what? Let me interject real quick too, because I got to give the Eagles credit. Their front office is incredible. You guys.
Don't turn up the South.
Hold on. No.
Don't turn up the South.
No, I'm gonna give you a reason why I think so.
Clear.
You can't be upset about the bad receivers you guys took. The bad receivers are here nor there. But think about where you guys got Jalen Hurts, though. Honestly, that was an incredible pick, because the Green Bay Packers stepped up and got their backup quarterback before Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jordan Love. Yeah.
Jordan Love. Yeah.
And he got picked before Jalen Hurts. And I gotta honestly give you guys credit. Like with where you guys were picking Jalen Hurts, that's a hell of a pick in my opinion.
There's more late round picks on the Eagles roster than higher picks. There's more picks in 4 through 6 rounds 4 through 7, currently on the Eagles roster than 1 through 3. So that's how bad Howie's drafted. For whatever reason, he gets quality in the last portions of the round. I don't know why. You know, they know not to get me started on Howie, but
no, you can't.
Don't
No,
talk
you
to me about
can't
Justin Jefferson and Jalen Reagor.
I'm surprised you guys hate Howie Roseman so much.
No, not you guys.
No.
Not you. Look.
I got a point.
He got it right, and this is what
we're
saying in our podcast. Howie finally got it right this year. You know what I mean? He figured it out to where when he drafted, he's like he can't go to Wuchu college and whatnot, thinking that you're going to get a number one pick. He finally went to the SEC, got some dogs, got Bama and whatnot. So he finally figured it out not to be going.
He was watching Washington.
Huh?
He was watching Washington.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Continue, sir. Continue.
With Carson Wentz, huh? So okay. So
yeah,
not even getting with that.
Carson Wentz. Drafted Carson Wentz.
He's an afterthought now.
Now he's an afterthought.
Now
wait. Now I'm gonna go tangent with this because I was trying to say this earlier.
Never was, Dre. Never was I ever in love with Carson Wentz.
Hold on. Remember, you point guard. I'm the guard. I'm the guard. Remember when we played ball? Listen. I was going to back up and say what you said earlier. When we played y'all the first time, right? Carson Wentz, right? So when you got him, what was before you playing? You was all happy with it, right?
No,
you wasn't.
You can't force that on me. I was not happy about that.
You wasn't happy, okay?
Because you know what? I was feeling weird about it, honestly, guys. Like I was like, why do we have Carson Wentz so fast from Indianapolis? Like I feel tricked right now. And then when I see him play, Carson Wentz has all the mechanics and the tools of a phenomenal quarterback. Like when you watch this guy throw the ball and like he sits back there like in a combine, he'll make you fall in love with him, bro.
He could be an animal.
But when he steps on that field and that motherfucker says, "Hike," and that line gets to going, it's all he sees more ghosts than Stranger Things, bro.
Look,
yes,
I'm gonna say this
for effort.
Yeah, Carson Wentz suffers from, and it was either Wentz or Golf, right? When they came out.
Good point. Good point, man. There's a good point.
Wentz or Golf when they came out. So Carson Wentz, when he came to the Eagles, he led us to the Super Bowl. Truth, okay? Until he got hurt. He led us to the Super Bowl. The issue with Carson Wentz.
He didn't see ghosts yet.
No. Carson Wentz has a hero syndrome. Okay. He has a hero syndrome. He holds on the ball for too long and tries to make a play out of every play.
Yep.
And that's his biggest issue. He's trying to be the hero in every single play, not making a smart move as a QB and throwing it away. How many times have you ever seen Carson Wentz throw the ball away without being hit?
Yeah. How many times have you seen? How many times have you seen his eyes looking like a deer in headlights?
Well, that's he always looked like that from the get-go. When he came to Philly, he was always running and always trying to be the hero and trying to make the best out of every situation.
Why are we talking about Carson Wentz again?
The biggest
I know. Yeah, I brought him up, but I didn't mean for it to go this far.
No. But you know what? I think
my chest is hurting now.
What happened just now, man?
He's got to be a backup to help Carson Wentz. He's got to go be a backup under a good QB coach.
I fucking
for like
view
2
was
years.
just dropped during that last segment.
He's going back to Wisconsin, wherever he came from. Where did he come from? North Dakota?
So from Oregon.
That's what I was about to say. North Dakota and deer. I get it.
It's Oregon like ducks or something.
Oregon.
It comes from North Dakota.
So look, if Taylor Heineke comes back to earth this week, let's say he just stinks it up against the Giants, then what? Are you still going to ride with him, or does Sports come back in?
You know why it doesn't? You know why it doesn't matter, Mike?
Because they won their Super Bowl. That's why.
No, you guys
exactly.
They beat Philly.
Exactly.
They won their Super Bowl.
We won.
It doesn't matter.
No, they got to beat Dallas. They got to beat Dallas.
I'll wait. Mike asked the question. I'll wait. It's like school here with all you Eagles fans. Mike, what was your question again?
No, I was just gonna say, look, if Heineke, because Heineke right now, he got the team behind him, but if he goes out and has a really bad game, let's be honest, he hasn't played great. But
Mike,
if he stinks up against the Giants, then what?
Yeah, Mike, you and I know he's due for a stinker. You and I know he is. And I'm just trying to avoid it. I'm keeping the positive energy going because we have to be a team that does not allow Heineke to lose the game. No, seriously.
Yeah.
We have to be a team that does not allow Heineke to lose the game. We almost have to be like Tennessee with Tannehill. We got to disguise the Heineken. Because when Heineke starts getting out there feeling like he has to make plays, that's when he starts getting
terrible throws.
He throws bullshit interceptions. I looked at my girl again. FanDuel, I'm not fucking with y'all. Y'all been in my pockets all week. So my whole point is this. I don't believe in Heineke, but I want the defense to keep allowing us to play from the lead because what Rivera realized is they can run the ball. And when like I said, that offensive line was firing off the line of scrimmage. They can run the football. And if any team allows Washington to run the football, they're in trouble.
Man, spoken like a true 49ers fan. But
that's how you feel, right?
That's how I feel. Good Jimmy, bad Jimmy. That's how I feel.
49ers aren't real.
Now
Speaking of real, let me go ahead and throw this out. AJ Brown, is he real deal or not?
Oh man,
yes, he is. For the Philadelphia Eagles, he is.
Yes. Can we make this one quick? Yeah,
you can make it quick. Yeah.
Make it quick.
He's real when he's not grabbing his ankle when he's getting strapped. When he's getting strapped out there, all of a sudden.
St. Juiced.
Let me tell you what he did, K Dizzle. Let me tell you what he did. So he got strapped, right? So he came out, got strapped, went to the sideline and said, "Take me up, coach. Take me up." They taped him up, and then the whole game while he was getting strapped, he was like, "Oh, my ankle." Oh. So take that. That's my answer. I don't know if he's for real or not.
Listen. I'm going to open it up right now.
God.
Sal said when AJ dropped the fumble, he said he is a bust. And I said, how can he be a bust for fumbling the ball? Hold on.
Let me tell you.
Hold on. So I brought up, man, I was like, actually, you guys were incorrect. He actually first fumble was the Colts, not Washington. Okay.
Oh.
I checked it. I did my homework. Okay.
I believe
the second fumble was against Green Bay. When he did that, Sal said he's busted. So my argument is he's not a busted player. Yes, he has, prima donna issues. I agree with that. What he said with Tennessee and all that stuff. But as a Philadelphia Eagle wide receiver, he is the best receiver that we have on the team. Just like go back in the movie, like Trading Places, man. When Dan Aykroyd said this watch in Philadelphia is worth $100, BB King said in Philadelphia is $50. So listen, man, he's the best receiver. I mean, he's the best receiver for Philadelphia, hands down. That's it. That's what I mean by real deal, 100%.
Look, never mind. I'm not.
Hold on, Jermaine. You said he was a complimentary.
That's what I said. But nothing. Nothing is 100%.
That's right. It's not 99.9. 99.9.
He's not 100%.
99.9.
Dre, we're not going to get into this right now. We're on somebody else's podcast.
I don't care. We on his thing. We talking about. We talking. Dizzle and streaming. All the listeners are loving this. Okay, so I'm being straight up. I mean, shit. So
all right, Dre, let's go, baby.
Heart rate 125.
Yeah, yours is. Yeah, clear. Go ahead, CPR yourself. But he has more targets. He has more targets, and he was a guy. But he is the person for Philadelphia. I'm not saying he's the best wide receiver.
All right, we got Sal's opinion real fast, guys. KD, what do you think about what Dre said? Real deal, AJ Brown, 100%. What? That's just close this out right here. What do you think?
Thank you, Jermaine.
I think because we are Eagles fans, the moment they do something wrong, we disown them. Right? Yep. We disown them because it costs money and it costs money for one, and then it could cost us the game. So we don't care who it is. If Jalen Hurts throws a pick, even
He's
busted. He's the worst.
Yeah.
He's terrible. The guy will run for 4 touchdowns and he throws that one pick. He's the worst.
Yeah, he's the worst.
I say this because we were talking about this earlier. We were talking about asset versus liability. I think he's an asset. He's always going to be an asset because when teams have to scheme for him, that opens the door for everybody else. Yes. If you look down the aisle, you see. My first worry was, all right, what happens to Devontae Smith? And we've seen the past couple games, Devontae Smith has been right where he needs to be, open, catching the ball, getting his turn. All right, what happens with A.J. Brown? What happens with Devontae Smith? We got Quez Watkins come out the blue now. You gotta check him down the field, and then what? Lo and behold, we get Zach Pascal coming from retirement, catching a touchdown in a random game.
But you gotta hope Watkins don't get back up and fumble the ball.
Yeah, we gotta hope Watkins don't get
back
up.
Let me throw out. Can I throw out?
They practice that. We're not going to do that anymore.
Can I? AK does. Can I throw out a topic after you finish?
Yeah. So the truth of the matter is he's more so of an asset because anytime you have a playmaker like that and teams have to scheme for him, that opens the door for you to do everything else. The issue that everybody's having with the Philadelphia Eagles right now is who are they going to focus on and zone in on? We saw that when Dallas tried to zone in on what Hurts was doing, we had Marcus Parsons not being indecisive and us being able to move the ball. Mm-hmm. When the Redskins tried to zone in on the rush game, they did a good job of it, left the passing game open, which kept us in the game, right? If you look at every single game, they try to figure out who they're going to key on, and then we always have another outlet to go to. So,
well, I think Dallas Goedert
was a big loss.
Going down, major.
I agree.
It major. So yes, AJ Brown is an integral key to us getting to anywhere in the Super Bowl, anywhere close to the Super Bowl, or anywhere down the line. So
I'm just going to say this. There's a reason why Tennessee gave up a sure thing, which is a receiver who had been in the league for 3 or 4 years, was established.
Preach.
For a draft pick, which is going to be unknown. Something was wrong. They didn't just trade him. Why would you trade a wide receiver?
He might have been a locker room. He might have been a locker room issue. It might have been a character issue.
One, he was unhappy, and 2, the money.
We saw him pull up on that kick return, or that interception or whatever. He didn't want to make the tackle. We saw him not be affected after they lost the game. I'm telling you, this guy's going to wind up doing push-ups outside.
Oh, he's giving
not sit-ups, push-ups. If I see that.
Right. Okay, good. Hey, Sal, good point, right? Push-ups, but didn't T.O. have a broken ankle in the Super Bowl and had 100-something yards? Even though we did lose the Super Bowl. We did lose the Super Bowl, but didn't T.O. still put up his what he supposed to do?
And you said McNabb was throwing up in the huddle and all
and
that shit.
McNabb throwing up in the huddle,
So you're saying that A.J. is equivalent to T.O.?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying...
All right.
That's
what you brought up. Then why did you bring up T.O. then?
Will you shut up and let me finish?
All right, go ahead.
All right. So yeah, but you keep talking, don't you? You keep talking.
All right, come on.
What I'm trying to say for the equivalent is how he is like Sal was saying, he's a distraction. Okay, AJ Brown might be distracted, but he still puts up numbers. He's still the target. He's still the guy. That's all I'm saying.
How long did T.O. last with the Eagles?
Right.
He was at the twilight of his career, though, Jermaine, at that point.
But still, but Dre said he's putting up numbers. Ball. So how long he was there? 1.5 years, wasn't he?
I think T.O. got to the Eagles with way more NFL played games
absolutely.
than AJ Brown.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. What are you talking about?
No, it doesn't. With Terrell Owens, it didn't matter what year he was in. That man, as of right now, can still ball.
He'll still smash
a lot of receivers, bro.
Let me ask you guys a question because we've been Eagles out for the last 20 minutes. I'm gonna take it to a different angle and go around the horn for a lightning round because I'm curious to see what you guys think.
Okay.
So right now we got if the season ended today, which doesn't mean shit, we got the Chiefs, Dolphins, Titans, Ravens, Bills, Bengals, and the Jets going in the AFC. In the NFC, we got the Eagles, Vikings, Niners, Bucks, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders going. The bubble teams are the Patriots, Sal's Chargers, the Colts, the Jags, the Raiders, the Browns, the Steelers, and And then we got the Seahawks, Falcons, Lions, Packers, and Panthers and Cards. I want you guys to go around the horn and take a team out and put a team on the bubble in and tell us why. Mike, go ahead and take it first, Mike.
Oh yeah, you would come to me.
So go ahead and
trying to
pick
think
one
who to
team
take
for
out.
each conference. One team for each.
I hate to say it. Washington could come out.
I ain't mad at you.
And the Seahawks could go in. I think that's going to be the two teams that are going to be fighting each other to get that last playoff spot, wild card spot. And then for the AFC, I think the Chargers, the Superchargers, are going to find a way to get in. Who's got to come out? Who's another wild card team right now?
Right now, you got the Jets at the 7th spot, the Bengals at the 6th spot, the Bills at the 5th spot, 7-4 and 8-3.
Man, that's gonna be tough to see who's gonna come out.
You can say if it's gonna stay the same.
That Jets, man, the Jets. I don't know. That's gonna be tough. I think the Jets could be on the outside looking in. You know, even though I know they're a sleeper pick, I think they still could be on the outside looking in.
Chargers in, Jets out.
Yeah.
All right. So Mike's got the Commanders out, the Seahawks in, and the Jets out, and the Chargers in. Good one. Yeah. What you got? What
you got? 4 teams in the playoffs. That's ridiculous. Four teams in one division. No, that can't happen.
NFL history.
Jermaine, what you got, Jermaine?
I got for NFC, I'm definitely going to put Seattle in there. Seattle will be in, and I would take the Giants out. I don't believe in the Giants at all. Okay, they're not going anywhere. All right, they're on a 2-game losing streak, and there's more to come. All right, and I believe.
What do you think the Giants are going to do? What do you think the Giants are going to do with the Commanders in their 2 games?
They're going to split. And that's the way I see it, because one, they're both of them are division rivalry, so they know each other and everything. So yeah, that's the way I see it. They're going to split. They're going to split. So yeah, right now I got the Seahawks in, and I'm liking the Seahawks. I'm liking Kenneth Walker. I'm even liking Geno Smith, and he's getting, you got DK Metcalf. He's still a stud. I'm just saying, I like him. I like him. DK, and then you got Tyler Lockett taking the top off the defense. Yeah, I think they're going to sneak in. Now on the AFC, when Tom Brady left, the Patriots, they's like, oh well, now we're going to see if Bill Belichick is the real deal. They've been playing hard. New England's been playing hard. They've been playing hard. So I'm going to sneak them in there, put them in there, and take. Who was the other teams?
Jets, Bengals, Bills.
Jets, Bengals, Bills.
Or Ravens or Titans.
Yeah,
they're division winners.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm, more and more Dre talks to me and everything. I don't know about the Ravens. I don't know about the Ravens. So I think Ravens just might fold and towards the end of the season. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Ravens out.
Yeah, because you got the Ravens and the Bengals both are 7-4, so it's not like the Ravens locked it up.
And this is the year Bengals. This time last year they were 7-4. I was telling Dre this earlier. Is that Bengals are 7-4 and they went on a run. So who knows? They're getting Jamar Chase back this week, so we'll see.
I think Joe Mixon is questionable too.
Oh, is he?
He's been banged up. Let's go, Sal. What you got?
You know what I'm going to say, man? You know who I'm going to put in the AFC? The Chargers are going in, and Jets are out. They are done.
Oh.
So, in the NFC, I'm going with Jermaine. I agree. I think the Seahawks are in, and Danny Dimes is out. I think the Giants aren't quite ready for the prime time yet, man. I think the Commanders, sneak in barely. If Beerman can hold up, we'll see. But outside of that, that's what I got, man.
I like it. Big Dre.
So who's in the bubble down there, KD?
On the AFC, NFC.
On AFC.
You had a minute to take a look at
you got the
Pat. Wake up.
You got Pats, Chargers.
30 minutes here. I mean, geez.
Pats, Chargers, Colts, Jags. That's
Can you read?
Going down. Pats, Chargers, Colts, Jags.
Obviously, you couldn't put your email to get on this show. I had to call you twice.
Yeah,
So
wow.
anyway, I'm gonna say for the AFC, man, I would probably have to agree with Sal. Like I go with the hot, like the Chargers will probably come in, and then you take you probably take out the Jets, even though I said the Jets, Super Bowl, but
how, Sway?
yeah. I mean, I'm just looking at this
Hold
realistically now
on.
because
Hold
I'm just saying, I'm looking
up.
I was
realistically.
waiting for him to come up.
Hold
Yeah, I
up.
was
Time out. What type of fuckery is going on?
Let's lower this. Let's
Because
come
it's
out of this
all-
screen.
all
Let's come out of this
equation,
screen
man.
right quick.
All equation.
Can you come on for Dre?
Out of the
We can
screen.
spot. Somebody take Dre.
All equations. All these guys don't understand. I mean, Mike said I had the Bengals last year, and I picked the Bengals, and I was right. You gotta look at who.
Hold up.
I mean,
I feel like I just got hit with a haymaker.
yeah, probably so. But I'm gonna put the Chargers up there. The Jets come out, even though I said that earlier. But whatever.
I ain't mad at you, Jay. You still
All right, man.
But on the
He got hit with reality right quick.
on the NFC, it's probably going to be. I think the Giants are out in the NFC. You put the Sea Chickens in.
I'm not mad at you, Jay, because sometimes you got to see it, and when you see it on paper, it just don't look the same.
Yeah, but I'm going to say though, the Titans though, like you got to look at who's hot. Like I think Titans might do something. Bengals they won 3 straight now. I don't know, man. It's like wide open, honestly.
So
let's
not interrupt. So the Giants, what's the record right now?
7-4.
7-4.
And the Commanders' record is what?
7-5.
7-5.
Okay. So all right. So I mean, I guess the 2 games of the Commanders is really going to really make or break the Giants' season, because I mean, if the Giants win out, then they're going to be in, and if the Commanders beat them, then the Commanders are in. That's the way I see it.
Giants play Philly twice. What are you talking about?
Hey man, no bullshit.
They play the Commanders twice too.
The Giants,
They do.
have the toughest schedule.
Wait a minute, Mike.
To finish out their regular season. And you know what schedule I was looking at? You guys inspired me to check out the Chargers schedule. And they play the Raiders. They're gonna cook the Raiders. They play the Dolphins, and that's gonna be a game. They play at home.
Shootout.
But I'm really looking forward to seeing that game at 4:05 on Sunday, December 11th. Then they get the Titans. I picked against the Titans every single game, and I've been wrong every single game. Shout out to FanDuel for being in my pockets. And then you got the Chargers and the Colts. The Colts are awful. The Chargers and the Rams are awful. The Chargers and the Broncos are awful.
Oh my God.
The Chargers are going to skate their way into the playoffs with that
Sal
schedule.
called it.
Yeah,
Because all they got
they're
to
peaking.
do is beat the Raiders, and even if they lose to the Dolphins, they'll beat the Titans and probably win their last 4 games.
Wow. And sneak right in there.
Jermaine,
Wow.
we looked at that today. We were looking at that.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a fun ride these last 6 weeks. That's for sure. It's going to be a fun ride for everybody, for all of us.
Get hot? Who's going
You
to get
know,
hot?
San Fran, Commanders, Eagles. Let's
Well,
get it rolling.
I'll tell you what,
That's what
guys.
football is about.
This has been one of my most fun podcasts that I've ever been a part of. I can't speak for everybody, but I really appreciate the Enough Said crew for coming through. And Kate, you've always been a phenomenal co-host, but I can't end the episode without us giving our Super Bowl predictions, right?
Yeah.
So let's go around the horn again. And K Dizzle, I'm going to start with you, big dog. What are your Super Bowl predictions?
Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus. That was terrible.
Just an FYI, I got Bills. Bills not making it and the Chargers going in. Sal made
Wow.
Ralph made a very compelling argument with this. Josh Allen has the most interceptions in the league with 11.
Yep,
I think
turnover
he's a
machine.
liability.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I noticed
Yeah,
that. I didn't even
Those
get
are
11
interceptions.
interceptions.
Jermaine,
Wow.
he took the lead
Yep.
over
So he
over
took the
Stafford.
lead.
Yeah.
Dre
Willingly.
funny. Dre
Willingly,
started
right?
laughing.
So- So I got a very different looking Super Bowl. I got my Eagles versus the Dolphins.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh,
I
Miami.
think
Who
it'll be
wins?
like a
Who wins?
32-27
Washington.
game. Eagles.
Okay.
Eagles.
All right.
I got Eagles.
All right.
Would it be within 10 points?
We're gonna make
So I
a
got Philly to Miami.
$5 friendly pot for who gets the closest pick.
$5.
All right.
Fair deal. Eagles, Dolphins. Oh wait,
Hey,
she's
he
gonna
said,
come in.
wow.
Get the hell out of here.
HCG in the building.
Watch. Look at Ravens.
Washington Chiefs.
Washington
Oh,
and the
God.
Chiefs.
Wow.
Stop.
I before E, except after
If
C.
you
right?
gotta ride into the sunset on that Sean Taylor Memorial. It's a problem.
That's
That
right.
ain't happening.
Commanders,
Boy,
that's
oh, boy.
right.
Let's ride. Yeah, okay. Who's next?
K Dizzle, who'd you say, K Dizzle? I'm sorry,
I
guys.
said Miami and Philly. Miami
What's the
and
score?
Philly. What's say 30? It's a weird. What's that? 32-27.
Okay.
Bills, Eagles for me. Bills, Philly for me.
Bills, Philly for
Okay.
Jermaine.
Well, then that means Bills are still the losers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Right.
you got me on that, Dre.
What they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, that's what
So
they
Eagles won. So what's
It's
the
What
what
they
score?
do. It's
What's
what
the
they
score?
do.
31-27.
All
Same
right.
score. Same score, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta
Nice.
play that number 3127 straight in box.
All right, Dre. Who you got, baby?
I'm going to say, I'm going to have to say, I agree with you, Dizzle. Miami.
Jets.
No.
J-E-T-S. That
No,
man
no, no,
took him
Jet.
in and out immediately within a
No.
1 hour time span.
NFC.
Score.
NFC is going to be Philly. Score 37-28.
37-28.
Who'd you take?
Under
Who'd you
10.
take?
I
Miami.
took Philly
Take Philly.
Over who though?
over Miami.
Miami.
Miami. Okay.
Damn.
Gotcha.
We gotta post these. We gotta
Yeah, we
all
gotta
send
post
this
it.
in.
Money Mike, who you got, man?
y'all gonna kill me. Niners
not.
Chief rematch from the Super Bowl from a couple years ago. Niners 28, Chiefs 17. They're not giving up an 11-point lead this time.
Mm.
That's
But what was
bold.
that? What was that score again?
28.
That's a 28-17.
That's
And
your
that Super
average.
Bowl, San
Okay.
Francisco had 11-point lead in the fourth
Right.
quarter, and then it all just disappeared. That ain't happening again.
Yeah,
I'm done with
26
it.
is your
not
average,
happening.
so I
Strong.
can see it.
Strong.
All right. Yep. As soon as they beat the
Strong.
Eagles in the NFC Championship game.
Oh my
That's all
lord.
Ah, okay.
Blasphemer.
Okay.
Sal. Better call Sal.
All right. Well, you might have to move me, KD, so that Mike doesn't smack
I'll
me.
do it
so you
right
might
now.
wanna
I'll do it
move
right
to the
now.
left a little bit.
I'll separate you guys right now.
I got KC and San Francisco, and I'll tell you why. As much as I like the Eagles,
Take that jersey off, man.
Man, wait a minute.
Especially Don
Wait a
McNabb.
minute, wait a
Take that
minute.
off.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he's gone. He's out of here.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
He's out of here.
All right.
I'll tell you
Come
why.
on. Come on
I'll
now.
tell you why. It's the special teams of the Eagles, which is going to cost them. The special teams.
Say it again. We forgot. Totally forgot about it. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sal.
Run defense is going to
Jimmy G over
And that's
Patrick.
the only thing. When they start playing the better teams, I just don't think they can. I don't think they can do it. I hope they do. I hope I'm
Jimmy G over
Jimmy
Patrick.
G over.
So San Fran and Eagles, Sal, for the NFC Championship, right? That's what you're saying.
San Fran and Eagles, but I just don't think the Eagles have the defense or special teams to do it quite yet.
I look. I think special teams is going to kill us.
Come on,
It
Cub.
is- they're going to kill us. Defense will get it straightened out. But just like what San Fran did to Green Bay with their special teams, I get it.
Oh wow,
I
yeah.
get it, Sal. I get it.
Right. Right.
This man has an Eagles jersey on, talking about they're not going to the Super Bowl.
That's being real.
What?
Jermaine, who'd you take in the NFC?
No, I took Philly, but you know what? But he had to remind me of what was going on. The biggest thing, one of our weaknesses is special teams.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on, KD. I mean, come on, man. Look at that. I mean, now we put Boston Scott back there. We had that other kid in the back there that was just running into people.
You know what I've noticed about Jalen Hurts. He does not like to play from behind at all.
Nope.
He doesn't look comfortable when he's playing from a deficit. When I watched him against the Commanders, he sat on that bench with his arms folded, like he was waiting, like he missed the fucking bus. You ain't missed the bus, Jalen Hurts. Get the fuck up, put your helmet on. We busting that ass tonight. Is what's going on. So here's my picks. Here's my picks, right?
Come on.
I'm looking at something interesting. So the Bills are playing themselves in an underdog seed, but they ain't no underdog. But what's going to benefit them is they're not going to have to play in that shitty Buffalo weather come playoff time because they're going to be playing on the road. And they're going to be probably playing somewhere warm like Miami.
They're going to be a 5 or 6.
And Miami don't want that work for real when Buffalo can throw and play ball with them and Josh Allen can really get out there and get loose.
They already had that work, my guy.
I'm going to tell you, in the playoffs,
they already had that work.
In the playoffs is a different story. Stop acting like it's different. You should know about it. So what I'm saying is I'm taking the Bills out the West. Out the AFC. I'm thinking NBA and shit. I'm taking the Bills out the AFC, and I'm taking, reluctantly, the 49ers out the NFC. Because
what the hell is wrong with y'all?
The 49ers aren't real.
I'm going to tell you why. I can easily take the Commanders right now because I don't love any NFC team. The only team on paper that looks like a lock is Philly. Right? Let's be honest here. The only team that looks like a lock right now is Philly. I could easily sit here and say Philly. I can say the Commanders. I don't believe in the Cowboys. I don't believe in Kirk Cousins. You'll never get me to say anything about fucking Kirky. The Buccaneers are sorry as shit this year. The Giants won't make it. So if my Commanders don't make it, I'm taking the 49ers, and the Bills win it all 30-20.
Wow. All right.
Man. Sal, that's actually what you had for your prediction at the beginning of the season was Bills and Niners and the Bills winning.
Yeah.
So, Mike, you're going to beat Miami this Sunday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go and keep the faith.
Okay.
Like even the faith, yes.
Okay, and then you're going to beat the Bucks, right? That's the next one. then you got the Sea Chickens.
Seahawks.
Seahawks. Hate the Sea Chickens.
I don't believe in them.
Then you got the Commanders.
No.
Yes, have to beat them because Shanahan hates them.
And the Raiders and Cardinals.
He doesn't hate us.
He hates them. They'll lose to the Raiders. They're due for one of those games. They'll lose to a team they shouldn't lose to. Just like they lost to Denver and shouldn't have lost.
If you lose the next 3 games, you're on the outside looking in.
49ers
are the outside looking in.
Right.
And those are not easy games.
I know. Those are the kind of games they're going to win, and that's why I keep saying they're going to beat the Eagles because they're going to be tested, man. I'm telling you, it's just something about playing better competition. It's going to pay off in the playoffs.
And Sal, we're going to lose because of special teams. Okay.
Special teams and run defense.
And run defense.
No, you're right. Special teams is bad, and our run defense is bad. But
you don't want those things to be bad in the playoffs.
Sure don't.
49ers and Eagles, and we lose because of a special team play. I don't know.
Teams and run defense combined, it's not gonna hold up against better teams.
I don't even think.
Yeah.
What's his name? Christian McCaffrey's going to make it to this. He's going to be injured.
This week.
You got Debo, but Christian McCaffrey, I don't know.
So fellas, I want to say, man, this is, like I said, been an excellent episode. I really appreciate the conversation. I mean, this has been phenomenal for us to get together and collide with Enough Said. And you guys are all sports gurus, man. I've been following you guys on YouTube, and everybody else is watching us should please check these guys out. I'm talking about good content, man. Don't get caught up in the hype. These guys bring it. Check them out. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead and tell everybody where we can find you. Go ahead and, shout yourselves out, whatever you want to do.
You can find us on all the major apps. You can find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts. We're all on those, and like you said, Hef, we got the YouTube channel. So come, please check us all out on those apps, and then it's a great show.
Oh my gosh, Sean, baby, quiet.
Come on, man. I love seeing you come through,
Their
Sean,
only
man.
loss.
The champ,
Stop.
the champ is in the building.
Stop.
We did, babe. Don't worry about
I'm telling
that.
you, man. Look,
Talk your shit,
I
K
can't.
Dizzle.
No. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. Because I'm born and raised around Commander fans. Born and raised all my life. So I already know it doesn't matter what you tell them. Every year is a Super Bowl year. Come hell or high water, Super Bowl year every year. Even though they were trashed the previous year, they almost made it. So look, it's crazy to me that I'm on an Enough Said podcast with Sal, who has a Eagles jersey on. He literally invested in his team and said they weren't going to make it to the Super Bowl. I will forgive you for now. Maybe I need a little more to drink. I will forgive you for now.
I said if I'm wrong.
Look,
if I'm wrong.
The 49ers, we will find out in the next 2 weeks whether the 49ers are real or not, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, the Redskins, we will find out when they play New York Football Giants whether they're real or not. Because
one
here's
thing
what
you
I do
already
know.
found out was y'all got your
Here we
first
go.
L from
Yes,
us. That's what
we
you
did.
That's
We
what
did.
you did find out.
We did.
Hey,
But
Jermaine,
you know what,
I know you got
Right.
Hef,
And
you know
L is
what?
L.
You're still looking up at us, Hef.
You're still looking up at
You're
us.
still looking
Exactly.
up. You're
Exactly.
still looking up.
You know
There's
what?
no
One
way
thing-
you're
one
winning
thing-
the division. There's no way you're winning the division
Exactly.
at all. All right, and you just might.
What's the score?
Make it
One
with
thing-
help and a prayer. All
What's
right?
the record?
One thing that I learned about in life was task versus opportunity. And when we had the opportunity to play y'all, we spanked that ass. And you know what? There's always another task ahead. So
That's
I
all right.
love you guys. K Dizzle, where can
Oh,
you find
no,
us,
no, no,
man?
no,
Come
no.
on,
Oh,
man.
but you
I love-
forgot. You forgot
9
we spanked
sacks.
your ass.
9
I
sacks.
know.
You forgot about that.
But you're only as
Oh.
good as your last game.
Okay. Okay.
Find
So basically, if it was flipped, we would be having this conversation.
I mean, that's an
Oh, no, he wouldn't.
that's
He'd
in a
be in the
different
background.
universe, Andre. We're talking about now
He'd be
today.
in the background. He'd be over here like this.
You can't
Here you
take
go, we on the
away. Fly,
Yeah.
Eagles, fly.
We on the hunt.
Hey,
Right,
Mike,
so-
go 49ers. Mike K. Dizzle, man, let's talk about where they can find the All Dressed Up podcast.
Man, you can find us everywhere underneath the sun. And you can find our playlist here. You can find us on Spotify, mainly YouTube. Come look for us on YouTube, bro. If you got any questions or info, or you just want to come on the show, come to alldresseduppodcast@gmail.com. You know where to find us. And I'll put all the links in the chat so you have them when you need them. Amen. Amen. Pressure bust all pipes on Allen and Payne. Oh, here we go with this nonsensical madness. These Redskins Commander fans are coming out of woodwork at the last
Oh
minute.
God.
You
Hey,
know,
man.
so we'll you know what? Like I said, it's just what it is. It's one of the most loyal franchises, one of the most profitable ones for a reason.
Much
For a reason.
respect.
But much respect to y'all.
Much
Y'all
respect.
gave us the L, and it
Much
is what it is. An L is an L. But
There you go.
I had so much fun tonight.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it was fun.
So much fun tonight, man. We got to do this again. And look, you know where to find us. You know who we are. Enough Said Podcast. They got 10 subscribers. Let's run that up. Let's get them on YouTube and everywhere else. We love y'all. You'll find us again this Sunday. Same bad time, same bad channel. Sunday at 9 o'clock. All
Appreciate you
everybody
guys,
say
man.
peace out.
Appreciate
Yeah,
Really,
Hef,
right
Hef's
now.
great, K.
Enjoyed
Dizzle.
this.
I
Yeah.
appreciate all of it, man. And let's
Yeah.
do this again.
Hey,
We'll
man,
do it
one thing
again,
I
man.
want to say before we sign out, K. Dizzle, is this is what it's all about. You find creators and you find your friends and you get together and collaborate and have a good time, build with each other, man. I wish you guys great success. I wish
Same
your
here.
teams great success. You have a phenomenal holiday. Love your families. Be safe. K. Dizzle, I love you, bro. ADU, we out. We holla at you.
We out, y'all. Peace.
Okay,
All right.
And you know, and I know, and they know, and we know, we go.
Oh.